Welcome to a Pro Football Hall of Fame archive exclusive. I'm Jameer Howerton, and on the phone, we're honored to have Gold Jacket and newly inductee of the College Football Hall of Fame, Mr. Derrick Brooks. Derrick, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us here today.
Thank you very much. I look forward to talking with you this afternoon.
You know, Derrick, last night, Wednesday night in New York City, you became one of the 7th College Football Hall of Fame inductees from Florida State, and you're mentioned in some of the greatest Seminoles to ever play the game. What did that honor mean to you, Derrick, last night?
Extremely humbling to represent the Seminoles in this capacity, and also very special to have Coach Bowding and Mrs. Bowding there to see me inducted. So for the first time, I could honestly say the second time I could say two of my head coaches are my teammates. And that is Coach Bowden is my teammate in the College Football Hall of Fame, and my former coach, Coach Tony Dungy, is a fellow Gold Jacket. But again, it was such an inspiring environment in New York City as far as the ceremonies, and I truly got a chance to appreciate the embodiment of the student athlete again. So many times student athletes, and that word get lost because of the sport that the young men and young women play. But being a part of the College Football Hall of Fame ceremonies, it just took me back to why I really appreciate the whole sports atmosphere. And they did a very good job of not only celebrating us inductees, but also recognizing some of the great student athletes that college football has that are playing today.
That's what I want to talk to you about, Derrick, because, you know, you are a Gold Jacket. You're a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You've had an outstanding professional career, but the passion of high school football and then making your way into the college ranks, how different and how special and unique is it to be in the Hall of Fame on two different levels? Or how do you see, or is it all on the same level? You know what I mean? Like, how special is it?
Well, it is sometimes. You know, I just fall down to my knees and thank God that, you know, He chose me to, you know, live this glorious life, and try not to ask the question, why me, but answer the question, why not me? Mm-hmm. And I try to do it in a serving manner to be recognized in pretty much all the Hall of Fames that are possible here on this earth, to be a part of that and really have my family celebrate different aspects of it. You know, to see my son, who's a current student athlete, see him appreciate that he's going to enter college next year, to see me a part of the College Football Hall of Fame, and who knows how that will provide inspiration to him. But more importantly, I look at the bigger picture, and now that the Lord has allowed me to have another platform in my life, I want to use it to serve others in the best way that I possibly can.
You lettered all 4 years at the linebacker position at Florida State, and you earned All-American honors as a junior and as a senior, and you led FSU to its first national championship as a junior with the win over Nebraska in the Orange Bowl. Let's take a trip down memory lane and talk about some of those special moments that you had throughout your college career.
Absolutely. Well, the first I would say is, you know, Onfield. The first time that I knew that I had arrived is in two-a-day practices, and I continued to make a mistake playing the safety position, which I wasn't accustomed to. I was a linebacker in high school. But we tried to play me at the safety position, and I kept getting beat on a play-action pass. And Mickey Andrews, the defensive coordinator at the time, he vividly told me, if I get beaten on another play-action pass, I could keep running all the way down to the Greyhound bus station and tell them to charge Coach Andrews' credit card and get a one-way ticket to Pensacola. Wow. So you talk about feelings hurt. To the point where I called my mom that evening, and, Mom, I can't believe that this coach just told me this man that was in our living room. And she said, what did he say? I repeated it. She said, well, I guess what needs to happen, Derrick? I said, what, Mom? You need to start getting beat on the play action pass.
Wow.
Because there's no more room here. So that's one. And for me, I guess I needed that moment to know that, man, all the biblical cords were cutting away, and I was really into college, and now I needed to be a very independent and start thinking as an independent man. So that translates to some of my on-field memories. A lot of them are just a competition that we had in practice. We at Florida State believed we had the best in the country in every position, and we felt we were going against the toughest competition every day of practice. So when we would hit the field, we felt that was the fun part. That was the easy. The hard part was getting through practice. So with that mindset, we won a national championship in '93, and the greatest memory of that game is Coach Bowden's face after the game in that locker room. You can literally see a burden lifted off his back.
Wow.
And he simply said, thank you. He said, men, thank you.
Wow.
And though he led with those two words, and the outpouring of emotion is a moment that only us in that locker room at that time got the opportunity to appreciate with Coach Bowden. So, again, and my final, and I won't just say final, but probably most joyous internally for me was the day I graduated, and to see how proud my parents were that the oldest in the family was getting his degree, and I fulfilled that promise to my parents. And they were so excited, and they've had some proud moments, but and they're no longer here with us, but I will venture to say that was probably one of the most proudest moments of their lives, of me, is seeing me get my degree from Florida State.
Wow, that's awesome, Derrick, because when you really think about that, because not only were you a star athlete on the field, you were a star athlete in the classroom. Talk about the importance of getting your education.
Oh, that's foremost, and, Jameer, I hate when people say, hey, you got to get your education because that's what you fall back on. No, you don't fall back on your education. You stand on your education because that's your foundation. No matter what we want to do in life, our education is a part of that every single day. Life education, book education, social education, you name it, you're not going to get away from it. So you stand on it, and you understand that supersedes anything when it comes to athletics. And I was just fortunate enough to always have that perspective. I love the opportunity to learn. I've been God-given, blessed with a certain talent when it came to academics. But I think I turned that into a love that still burns me today in educating kids. So I've always been able to keep that proper perspective and put that pressure on me. I had a lot of pressures coming out of high school to college, being the top defensive player in the country, going to a high-powered university, and a lot of people don't understand, what those pressures to perform, and being able to sustain that throughout my entire career, play at a high level. But I had to depend on 10 other guys to fulfill that.
Wow.
That was the essence of a team. But when it came to my academics, it was just me and me alone, and God taking me through that journey. So I had to really understand and appreciate self-motivation, appreciate hard work, and attacked my education very much so as I attacked everything on the football field. I wanted to be the best student athlete. I hate the word dumb jock. I hated it back in 1987 when I first heard it, and I hate it today in 2016. That word doesn't exist. We're smart human beings. We're student athletes, and we need to understand that and push ourselves in that direction.
I know that's right. Derrick. And in addition to your jersey number being retired at Florida State and in Tampa Bay, like I said, your legacy has been solidified. But how wonderful is it, and how much of a pleasure and joy that you know that your legacy will move forward with your son, Tekalen, going to Florida State?
You know, I'm excited to take this journey as a parent and really appreciate all the parental moments, to be honest with you. And, you know, if my son, whatever his football success is, the Lord has that for him. And nothing can take it away from him and nothing can bring it to him. But as a parent, I just want to let him know how proud I am of all the things that he's stepped up to accomplish for himself, the goals he set for himself, and how he pushes himself for me to sit back and see a young man challenge himself in that way. I get excited every time that he competes. I get excited about the opportunity that I get a chance to watch and learn from him, the journey that he's taken on this football field and playing the game of football in 2016. That's what I get excited about seeing.
Wow, that's great, Derrick. That's great. And lastly, I can't let you off the phone with just asking your thoughts on this year's national championship and how do you think things, just kind of worked its way out?
Well, I think the top 4 teams are playing.
Right.
You look at all year long, these young men have earned the right to compete in the championship tournament. And, I'm proud to have one of our conferences, the ACC, has a team that's representing us. So we got a chance to go out from a conference standpoint. I'm rooting the heck for Clemson to go out and get it done. But I'm just excited to see some student athletes get after it. And hopefully, at the end of the day, the best team will be standing. But for right now, I think the top 4 teams throughout the entire season earned the right to be here. And I'm looking forward to seeing Florida State play Michigan.
Okay.
Outside of the championship tournament, I think Florida State and Michigan probably is the next best game.
I was about to say, that's going to be the game right there. That's going to be the game right there.
Yes, absolutely. So I think the Orange Bowl is happy with this matchup, and we get a chance to go out there and compete. And, again, a victory over a Michigan team, which has been highly ranked all year long, could definitely do a lot for Florida State.
Well, Derrick, I appreciate you. Thank you for giving us your time, and congratulations again, and God bless you, Derrick.
All right, thank you very much.